Annyeonghaseyo friends, and welcome back to the Torsie channel for Shiny World Wednesday and some more solo shiny action. We have done a bunch of solo shiny action for most of the members, but it is about time that we get into Jonghyun's work because we've only seen a couple of things of his, and he has such a wonderful discography. He's an incredible writer. It's time. It is time. We are going to start right at the beginning with Déjà-Boo. We have the SM Town Theatre performance here on YouTube today, and then we're going to pop over to Patreon and watch the Déjà-Boo crazy debut stage, which is going to be fabulous. Let's get into a bit of Jonghyun, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing so we can be friends, because I like having friends. Let's get into it. Catch. 넌 날 밀어내 1, 2, 3, yeah. 눈을 가리고 옆으로부터 또 날 밀어내 Déjà-Boo singing Stay all cool 뒤돌지 말기로 해 처음 봐도 낯설지 않아 Stay all cool 모른 척 말기로 해 넌 bet He's just all charisma, isn't he? Stop it. I like it. It makes you stop. Oh, yeah. It's like a patented Jonghyun move, that one. It's really throwing me that it sounds like SM has replaced the audio of this, because it was probably noisy in there. Be cooler. 어디서 봐 나 생각해내봐 물론 다 거짓 가만뒀다가 넌 물듯한 빌런 뻔히 보이니까 내가 지켜야 해 남들 같진 않지 눈치 보고 어색하지 않게 Déjà-Boo 난 널 봤다고 그래 봤잖아 난 남들 같잖아 걔들처럼 네 눈물 쏙 빼고 튀잖아 You're my Déjà-Boo 난 분명 널 어디서 봤고 언제 본 건지 상관이 없고 계속 건전지 생각만 하고 말고 Either they had the best microphone feed ever, or SM Town added the cleaner audio in later because it was too noisy in the room at the time. But that really, really threw me, so that was annoyingly off-putting because I wasn't really able to pay attention. Except for the fact that Jonghyun is just all charisma all the time, isn't he? Being solo on stage suits him so well. I enjoy the authenticity that is Jonghyun, whether he's with Shiny or by himself, that is so much his sound, his move, his look. You know you're dealing with this one perfect artist with a recognizable identity. Some artists, it's all about changing up the identity constantly, keeping it moving. Someone like Lady Gaga, there is something fundamentally Gaga to everything that she does, but all of her eras were like super, super, super different. She's really moving it all the time, while Jonghyun is one of those people who has a recognizable silhouette and really distinct sound and movement to him, where you'd know Jonghyun with your eyes closed, or you'd know Jonghyun with your ears closed. You would still be able to recognize him from a shadow on the sidewalk. That's a really strong personal identity, or at least artistic identity, which I like a lot. There's something cheeky about him. I think that's one of the defining traits of Jonghyun. There's this a sense of being fairly cheeky. It's quite an easy listen, that song. Though he's good and tricky. He keeps it interesting. The stop and everything stopping, and then the stop and everything stopping, and makes it you're like, I'm in the groove. Oh wait, clever songwriting to keep it dynamic for a song that is otherwise quite groovy. I really enjoy that, even though it absolutely did throw me that the sound quality was not what I expected from a live show. Why did that throw me so much? But it really threw me. I think one of the reasons why that bothers me so much is SHINee's reputation is singing live. We expect to hear that, and we know that they can. So if ever you have like an obvious lip sync to something or an obvious overdubbing, which is what they did, they have vision from a live performance when the audio's messy, we'll just overdub it. It just doesn't work when you're a SHINee fan, because when it's SHINee, you expect to hear live performance. Thank you very much. And it kind of flips you out if it's not that. You go, that's not right. It's like seeing a fish on a bicycle. It just doesn't make sense. It's Jonghyun. He doesn't need to be dubbed. He doesn't need to be over-tracked with himself. It's fine. Like, unless there was a legitimate audio screw-up and for some reason it just didn't record at the time. It seems quite unnecessary for SM to have done that to that recording. That feels like a shame. I really look forward to going on the Jonghyun journey. I know we all love him so much. There are probably songs, music videos, performances, and whichever that are your favorites. Please pop them in the comments. Since this is a new jaunt for us going through Jonghyun, I would love your guidance. So please let me know what performances or what music videos are your favorites. Thank you so much for joining me for some surprise Jonghyun, unless you were part of my mukbang the other day, in which case you would have known that this is what I was going to do. So maybe not so much of a surprise. Thank you again for joining me. 감사합니다. 사랑해요. And I will see you soon for more. 안녕.